You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Finish it.
Retro video game. Talk about gaming. Talk about 90s culture. Talk about hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode for a Tyrannosaurus Tuesday. Very random, has nothing to do with anything, but we are back, motherfuckers. Doyle, you win Scumbag of the Year award because you made the people miss the show almost a fucking full month. How do you feel?
I was on quarantine lockdown.
Yeah, quarantine means stay the fuck home. Don't go to your family's house for a vacation 400 miles away. Once again, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was on lockdown over there. I had to stay at home. That's the order.
And we haven't talked about this at all. I didn't ask where you were. I knew you were at your cousin Danny's house. Shout out to Danny. I like Danny. He has gigantism. He's 7 feet tall and he's like 20 years old. It doesn't make sense. Great kid. He was my bodyguard for a while, so I fuck with him. But here's the deal. Can you tell me what the logic of you and your family was in the middle of a pandemic to drive 400 miles to go visit your family? Go ahead.
So we could be together.
So I hit you up the night before. So we do the podcast every Monday, correct? I hit you up on Sunday night 3 weeks ago. Just to, hey bro, make sure when you come over tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. You write back, I'm at my cousin's, what? Okay, so great, we're not doing the podcast. Then you proceeded to tell me, I think we'll be home tomorrow night for the next 3 weeks. So I'm just wondering what the fuck you have to say. And there are people legitimately pissed off at you about this. And I love it. That's why I'm basking in it. Because you can't play the victim. No one's going to care that I'm mean to you this episode.
It's COVID-19. What do you mean I'm not the victim?
Bro, you are not supposed to be going on vacation in the middle of this. You're supposed to sit your ass at home.
I should be at home now then.
Yeah, I know that. No, I agree. But this is drastic. This is drastic measures. This is drastic measures. Because this would have been the death of the podcast. I told you. If you wouldn't have come over today, I'll just shut the whole show down. We gotta do, bro. There's not a better time to put out content than right now.
Well, we got extended cuts today, right?
Bro, yeah, we're going long today. I'm here to fucking pod, motherfucker. I'm fucking revved up. I'm ready to go. And we're gonna talk about a bunch of shit. And, right off the bat, I want to tell people, listen, if you guys enjoy the show, make sure you share the show, like on your Instagram or whatever. A lot of people have done that in the past. I think I've deterred people because I never shared it on my page. So they probably were like, well, fuck this kid because I'm showing love to the show and he doesn't repost it. I'll repost your shit. It's my bad. Got to be a little bit better with the communication with the people who support the show. Because without them, we're not going to do the show. We would just talk to the wall. So definitely show us what your setup when you're listening to the show. I know a lot of people do that. They're like playing a game in the background while watching the show. So feel free to do that. I'm going to repost it all. It's a great way to grow the show and it's going to be a good time. So do it.
Maybe we could talk about their comments in the show, like the week after or some shit.
No, yeah. We're going to start doing that where we have a segment of like comment of the week or douchebag of the week or whatever of the week. We're going to do something where if you put a comment in the comment section and it warrants a discussion, we're going to discuss it. And that's just the way it's going to be. Okay? Now, we're still in quarantine, technically. This is kind of weird. It's gone past the point of like, oh, quarantine fun, stay at home, get high, play video games. People are losing or lost their jobs. Your job is nice enough to pay you the whole time, which is great. And I appreciate companies that at least do that. We're supposed to get our stimulus check, right, for people that need. I mean, that's great, but there's something weird going on here, man, where I feel like this is pretty serious. You were just saying recently that you were like, oh, we should start going back out and I want to go to the mall. I want to go to businesses. I don't think that that's really the right move, bro. I mean, you really think that like everything would be fine if everyone started shopping again and doing all this shit? I don't think so.
Well, we all want to, but we can't, right?
I don't think it's a good idea, bro. I switched my stance. In the beginning, I thought it was bullshit. Then I kind of got like, it's bad, but we'll be okay. But I don't think so, man. The fact that everything is shut down at this level is bad. It's bad. And every time I hear experts talk about it, they're not talking about like middle of May, everything's back. Like The NBA still doesn't have a season. A lot of sports are still closed. The fucking XFL, bro. Think about that. They took a hit, right? Because they had to stop the season? Nope. They went under. They shut it down for good. Financially, it fucked them. Because think about all the money and the promo and everything to start that first year had to be successful. They're fucked. So, rest in peace, XFL.
And all the people so far. I think we have one of the highest death tolls.
Where?
Here in the United States.
Oh, no, we definitely do. I thought you were talking about like Florida. I'm like, Florida's not that bad.
No, it's not bad.
New York is fucked. But over 20,000 people have died. Now,
Cali's better.
you start to get into, well, 30+ thousand die every year from the flu and like all this shit. And it's like, well, 20,000 died in the last 3 to 4 months. And this shit spreads crazier. Now, I'm not fucking Doogie Howser, okay? And if, for those of you who don't know, Doogie Howser, old show where the young kid was a doctor. Did you watch Doogie Howser? No. No. The answer is no.
Probably not.
No. What shows did you watch growing up that were shows, not cartoons? Or did you just do the basic sitcoms? Family Matters?
I mean, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was nice.
Yeah. That was a good show. I'm being an elitist now because like everyone loves it so much. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But it was a really
Of course,
important.
Full House and all that shit.
Yeah, Full House.
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, I
That's
didn't.
not a family show, though, right?
No, that's not like a sitcom. That's not like Step by Step. Step by Step was a
Family
good one.
Matters?
I think only for white people that like Step by Step. Because it was a very cheesy white show.
What about your boy Chris Farley?
In what, Saturday Night Live?
That was family show, right?
With the van down by the river. Yeah, Chris Farley was the shit, bro. Nobody was fucking with Chris Farley back in the day. That guy was just doing lines of blow. That Miss Veronica Vaughn. I heard Joe Rogan saying he's been going back watching all the Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, that's
He's
a good
like, man, these
coincidence.
movies are really funny. I'm like, Rogan, where you been, bro? He's like, Billy Madison. But then he starts mentioning movies like, what is it, Zohan and shit like that. But isn't that with Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Is that an Adam Sandler movie?
No, that's Adam Sandler. Like he's like some sort of.
What is the one with Ben Stiller where he's kind of that kind of character? He's like a weird, sketchy, like European fashion guy. Or am I bugging?
Zoolander. That's a
Why did
better
I
one,
get them
too.
confused? They're kind of similar. I don't know.
That's a good thing to do during quarantine, is movies and shows and shit like that.
Oh yeah, no, we've been going ham. I mean, I'm still not. I still just fuck with podcast and car shows on YouTube. Like I try to get into like shows on Netflix or Hulu or something, and I'm just like,
The Tiger King is the shit.
yeah, but nah. I watched it. I mean,
That story's fucking crazy.
it is, but like it blew up, got the hype. You
The
bitch.
guy's in jail for 20 years.
Yo, he admitted that he killed a lot of those tigers that didn't need to be killed at all. Like they got him on the phone talking about it. He's just like, yo, it costs fucking $500,000 a year to feed these things, and I just got to shut him down. He used to call him up to the cage. He would call him up and then just pow. Well, you got 400+ tigers running around. Anyway, I didn't get into Tiger King like everyone else did. I saw it blow up from afar. I didn't watch it. I eventually watched it, and I was like, oh, cool, it's interesting, it's funny. I mean, I already knew the whole story before I watched it, so, I went right back and turned on Joe Rogan after. Like, I'd rather just watch, bro, Joe Budden podcast took a break. They took a fucking break, man. I'm like, damn, you don't realize how much you, like, miss shit like that until it's gone.
That's what I took a break.
No, fuck you. You're an asshole. We don't have the luxury of taking a break. Dude, fucking Joe Budden got 800,000 subscribers. We have less than 1,000, okay, asshole?
I'm risking my life over here.
Yeah, you're risking it. Bro, I'm risking my life with my blood pressure every time I come into fucking contact with you, motherfucker. Mother sucker.
So you don't want to go out during the quarantine?
I don't want to go out anyway, Doyle. I don't care. I will say, though, it is... every day I go out to my mailbox. I swear to God, it's literally Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker. Do you remember? Wait, you still haven't seen the Joker? Okay, scumbag. Anyway,
Even my dad's seen it.
dude, in the Joker, he like when he comes into his house or the apartment every day, like he checks the mailbox. There's never anything in the fucking. It's me. I go outside, fucking half crazy, check my mailbox every day. There's some mail sometimes, and then I just come back inside. That's literally as far as I've gone in the last like 50 days. And I still don't care. I'm still chilling, bro. I don't give a fuck. It'd be nice to like go places and do things, but whatever. This will pass. It's just, I don't know how long. And then also, motherfuckers are talking about like not shaking hands with people anymore, no more hugs. Like they think like the whole social construct of human beings is changing. I don't know if it really is, but apparently people are going to be, I mean, think about the first, like when's the first concert or sporting event going to be after this? You don't think people are going to be like, is this a bad idea? Does someone have a weird disease in here that I might catch? What if I have something and I spread it? Like, I don't know. I don't know how all this works out. I don't know. One thing I will say, Doyle, I'm not sure if you read in the news. This is a sad breaking news story for you specifically. I don't know if you heard. Somebody really kind of close to you died of COVID-19 last night. Do you know who I'm referring to?
Do a barrel?
Yep. What was it? Pepe. Right?
Damn it.
Pepe died. The voice of Pepe died from Corona.
Do a barrel.
Yeah.
You can Google it, and it does a barrel.
What if you Google do a barrel roll? I mean, that's cool. I mean, wait, because he died, they did that, or you could always do
No,
that?
that was always.
Oh, okay.
But that's cool. I mean, like, people appreciated that.
Dude, Pepe's been through a lot of shit. A lot of battles. A lot of, you know what I mean? And Corona got him. COVID. Sad.
Yeah, Carl Anthony's town's mother got it.
Yeah, that was bad too. I read that. Yeah, I mean, look.
No, she passed away.
Oh,
she didn't get it.
Oh,
she passed away. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Damn.
I just saw that. I saw that his mom well, maybe I did read that. I don't know. I just see, but you know what's serious about that is for every person that thinks that they should go back to work or go back outside or go shopping at the mall, or there's people that are actually dying from this shit, and not all of them are old. That's a myth. A newborn fucking died. A newborn baby, like literally like a few fucking days old or some shit, died and tested positive. I think the thing is here is nobody really knows. I've been saying that the whole time. Yeah. Nobody really knows. People are just taking it upon themselves based on bullshit they read on the internet to make assumptions and then act on them. No bueno.
Well, you know, my conspiracy friends think that this is all like made up numbers. So like if you die of bronchitis, it's COVID.
They just put COVID, yeah. But my thing is, look, there is some shady shit possibly going on. China specifically, the way Trump says it, China. That there could be millions of people that died and they just like, yeah, it's like 60,000. Like they're not really tallying shit, right? Or why would they give accurate information out? I'm not a conspiracy theorist on this in the fact of, I think this came from the wet markets, which was from a bat. And they do some nasty shit over in China where you could buy exotic animals and eat them in these marketplaces. And there's nobody's checking up. There's no CDC over there going, well, this looks sketchy. You might get diseases, shut it down. No, they're just selling shit. Apparently a lady that worked next to one of the stands that sold the bats got it. I don't know. I don't think, or some people think that it's a man-made disease that got out of control. It's biological warfare. I don't know. Some people think 5G has something to do with it. I'm going to go ahead and say 5G has nothing to do with anything. I'm going to go ahead and say I do think that cell phones emit some form of negative kind of radiation. That's probably not the greatest thing ever. I keep my phone in my pocket. My nuts have probably been fried for 10 years. I don't plan on having kids, so I don't care. But I just think, like, what do? You wrap up all this shit in a ball and make yourself crazy, and then, like, what do you do? Just fucking live your life, but you can't go outside right now. You got to just sit at home, chill the fuck out, and shut the fuck up. That's all you can do. Yes, you're going to lose money. Yes, you're going to have to depend on the government to hopefully fix that. You're going to have to depend on these mortgage companies and credit card companies and shit to have a little bit of fucking compassion and not fuck you over. They don't have to, but you're going to have to hope. That's all you have right now is hope. So you might as well just be hopeful, take care of yourself and your family, do the right fucking thing, stay in the goddamn house. I don't know how else to say it, bro. You know, my boys in New York send me videos of their neighborhoods in the city, and some people are just chilling like it's a Tuesday, no big deal. It's just a, spring day, I'm just outside, there's cars driving around. So who's enforcing what? And my thing is, seemingly, logically, the more people that stay outside and keep spreading this shit, the longer we're going to have to stay inside. So anyway, this has been COVID talk. That's enough of the COVID shit. I'll get into a couple of things that I'm looking forward to real quick. I'm really excited about. I haven't been excited about watching anything on TV in a minute because there's no live sporting events, and that's really the only thing I watch on TV. Everything else is internet based. But The Last Dance. Michael Jordan documentary, ESPN, drops Friday. Where have you been, Doyle? Have you not seen the commercials all over ESPN? You didn't hear about this? The Last Dance, the Jordan documentary. It's about to show all these young Steph Curry fans what the fuck's really up. Like, it's an in-depth look about the Bulls. Phil Jackson, everyone, like, the behind-the-scenes shit, like 30 for 30 shit. But it's like, I think it's a multi-part series. But when's the last time you had a definitive Jordan documentary? Like, Jordan doesn't really fuck with interviews. He doesn't really... I don't know if he has control about letting footage get out of older shit.
Jordan played with the flu. They didn't say nothing to him.
That flu game's bullshit. You didn't hear about that? He was just hungover. Because Jordan is an extreme gambler, extreme partier at sometimes. Apparently, they went out the night before, got fucking hammered. That was just a hangover. Now, regardless, still was not 100% Jordan and still was able to do it. So I give him respect, but it wasn't a flu. He was hungover as fuck, apparently. That's what I've heard. Not that I have, like, inside sources, but anytime someone brings up the flu game, there's a whole segment of people that are like, it wasn't the flu. He was hammered. I don't know if he was hammered in the game. He was just hungover. So, but I'm excited to watch this Jordan documentary, man, because it's crazy. The older I get, I never thought I'd say this. I think people are starting to forget about Jordan. I really think people are starting to forget about Jordan because I think they take it for granted. I think they just see the symbol on the sneakers and they just like, yeah, it's Jordan. But like there's younger kids that just don't really understand it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll say this till the day I die. Jordan is the greatest of all time. One of the reasons why is the competition he played against, I feel, is superior than today. I feel like the game has been, there's been a pussification of the NBA in the last 5 to 7 years, especially. Hand checking. If fouls were as prevalent when Jordan played as is now, Jordan would get 30 to 40 points a game extra just in free throws. I mean, there's footage of Jordan getting his ass kicked and not even no fouls called. Now, funny, back then, people used to say Jordan got all the foul calls. Can you imagine today? I mean, and look, you're talking about LeBron James is my second favorite player of all time, Kobe being number 3. LeBron James, anybody in that era, they bitch and moan about calls, but the refs give it to him more than ever. And the game is played from the outside in, no more low post, backing it up, Tim Duncan, baby shimmy. That's gone. That's all gone. So now it's all about fucking throwing up a 40-foot shot and you're really impressive because you practice 40-foot shots 6 million times a day and you can hit them.
Duncan went to the Hall of Fame.
I know. That was really sad with Kobe. Oh, my God. They played the game last night, his 60-point last final game. They played it. That was sad. You know why?
I didn't see that one live.
Because seeing it, the reaction now is totally different.
Yeah.
When you watch him do his speech at the end where he says Mamba out, like, no. He's kissing his kids. He's got his wife on the side. No fucking idea what was about to happen just 4 years later. That was 2016. Sad, bro. Sad. Look at this year has been fucked, bro. Kobe Bryant dies in January. Then all of a sudden it's fucking, the COVID-19 shit hits, bro. This is just a weird, strange time in the country. And normally, what do we do as a country? Thank God for sports. After 9/11, a few months after, watching a Yankee game, watching a Giant game, whatever, it brought us everyone together. Now it's like we don't even have sports. And, we get to watch, like, I appreciate what ESPN's been trying to do, like Scott Van Pelt every night. They have to come up with content. It's like, it's shaky. And every once in a while, they do make you forget about what's going on, and that's cool. But there's still a weird sense, even if you've been out, and I haven't really been out, but people just around, there's just a weird thing in the air. And it's fading a little bit where people are trying to get back to normal, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. It is what it is. But I will say this, Doyle, I will continue to ask you to risk your life coming to my house. I would prefer that you got here on time. I would also prefer that you didn't skip 3 weeks of doing the show. We're trying to build a fan base. People are pissed at you, and I'm going to love in the comments all these nasty comments that people are going to leave for you. So enjoy it. People, please let Doyle know how you feel. Thank you. All right, motherfuckers, you know what time it is. It's time for Item of the Day. Today's item. You know what the fuck's going on. Final Fantasy VII Remake has finally come out after fucking years of delays. Deluxe Edition clean, crispy. We will get B-roll. Calm the fuck down. Now,
You should actually be wearing gloves.
fuck you.
What do you mean?
I'll fucking cough on this thing, okay? I'll do whatever I want. Now, you got some extras here, like a Best Buy exclusive. You got a little extra pouch. This is cool. This is cool shit. This is a wonderful game. You know,
Open it up. There's a...
we're going to get B-roll for it.
What do you mean?
And we're not opening this up now. We're going to do the B-roll so the people
But
can
people
see
need to see it.
It's too much to do. Can I just do the fucking show, Doyle? Can I just do the show? We're doing item of the day. Thank you. Now, this game is incredible. Everybody is loving it. It's multiple parts, Doyle. I don't know what else to tell you. The game is multiple parts. You told me that when you finish this game at the end, if it doesn't really say the end, you're going to be upset.
I'm going to attack Square Enix again.
But why?
Curse them out.
But why? What's wrong with having such an epic game be multiple parts? You do realize the first game was multiple discs. You know, this isn't
We've
like...
been waiting how long for this fucking thing?
I know, so do you really want to blow your load with one game? Let it be multiple parts. I don't understand what I don't know what the beef is with that. If you're really into it, I mean, so what? You're telling me that you just want this to be the definitive, it's over? That's it, you play through this and that's the full game.
Yeah, because we already played it before.
Let it get washed away like every other fucking remake or big game that comes out. That's one thing that probably why I feel so strongly about it. I don't know what it is. I'm just mad about big AAA titles that come out that are hyped for 2 weeks and we never talk about them again.
So you would be cool if Resident Evil 3 did that?
But that's a different game. That's a different game. That's a game you can beat in a few hours. You know what I mean? I've seen people, now granted they're speedrun people, but I've seen people beat Resident Evil 3 in 3 or 4 hours on hardcore, never getting touched once. There's no way you're going to tell me that Resident Evil 3 is anywhere as in-depth of a story as Final Fantasy 7. Am I off in saying that? Final Fantasy has like in-depth character development, like you could really get into it. And what they did with this game is they really went into the minutia and the details. I am not a super duper Final Fantasy 7 nerd like certain people are that really get into all the little details about the game, about from the first one till now, and oh, look how they expanded this. One thing I noticed right away is they took a world, you know, within Midgar that you weren't really able to get into as much on PS1, that they're expanding now in great detail with this. And they took their time to make all the little nooks and crannies of the game high quality in certain areas, that it's going to take more than just, we'll throw the game out there. Fuck that. I say, throw the game out there. Everyone's loving it. People are putting 30 hours plus in the first goddamn 4 days. You know what? They're going to release part 2. I don't know how long it's going to go, but it's the way it's going to be, Doyle. So you could riot in the streets if you want, but it's the way it's going to be. So I've enjoyed it, and I will say the next game I'm looking forward to, even though it's gotten a lot of hate, is the Predator Hunting Grounds game. Now, there's this new, what is it called? Valorant, that the other day your boy Summit was playing. 342,000 viewers, by the way. 342,000 viewers at once on Twitch. Remember when we watch me, normally 50,000, 342,000 viewers on Twitch at one time watching him play. Do you understand how many people that is? Like, just broadcast news, like create, like Joe Rogan when he did his live podcast didn't get anywhere close to that. Like, think about, there's so many millions of people. Like, gaming is so a giant thing. It's just incredible. Anyway, Predator Hunting Grounds, team-based, fun as hell. I had such a good time playing that beta, bro. Being the Predator, running through the fucking jungle, fucking people up. It was a little bit of a challenge to learn how to use the Predator in certain ways, but man, I thought it was great. Now, the frame rates, a little choppy on PS4. PC was good, but then the fucking lining you up with the match was kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm excited about it. It comes out on the 24th, which is what? About 10 days away. So I'm excited and looking forward to that. Is there any games coming out that you're looking forward to right now? I'm trying to think offhand besides Predator.
No, this one I'm hyped about. Final Fantasy 7.
You could take your time with it, man. Just grind through it. This is a grind game. You don't have to speed run it. Cyberpunk 2077 on the horizon coming out. I mean, it's still not
I've been on Fortnite with Danny.
No, fuck Fortnite, bro.
What?
Literally, I
I can play
cannot.
it on the Switch.
I try. Well, even more double shitty. Playing
I
Fortnite.
took it portably over there.
Playing
It was amazing.
Fortnite is shitty. Playing Fortnite on a Switch, you shouldn't really say that out loud. This is getting beamed out to people, man. People are going to hear you say that you play Fortnite on the Switch.
People might cheer.
I know. Yeah, I know. And that's the problem. But that's okay. So I'm trying to think of any other games that are coming out that I'm really looking forward to. I guess I'll try that Valorant game or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I'm not really into those team-based one. It kind of looks like CSGO, which is cool, but I don't know.
What about the Resident Evil you got? What the hell?
What about that? That's a one-shot deal. That's a few hours done.
That's it?
Yeah. What do you want me to do? I mean, it's a great game, I guess. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed Resident Evil 2 remake more. But Resident Evil 4 is getting remade. That's going to be cool. And, like I said yesterday when I was getting the questions on Instagram, I'm down, bro. I'm down for every single Resident Evil being remade. Now, granted, after you get, what are you going to do, 5 and 6, and then go to, the graphics are kind of up to par, pretty much. 4 could use a remake. I hope they had a couple of little game dynamics that would change it up a little bit. That would be dope. Still waiting on a Metal Gear Solid remake, which I don't think I should hold my breath for.
What about the PS5 controller?
Yeah, we're going to get into the DualSense. The DualSense controller. Now, I like it. Do you like it the way it looks?
Yeah, it's alright.
Well, what don't you like about it?
I mean, it's pretty much copycat of Xbox, right?
Why do people say that? I don't see that.
I mean, they had their own shit, and now they switched
But
it to like the normal shit.
No. Let me tell you what I'm...
Even Nintendo copped the same design as
This
Xbox.
is Xbox design. Right? This is a PlayStation 4 controller. It's a premium. It's a Nacon Pro Evolution 2. Great controller. This is Xbox. Right? The DualSense has the things here. Does it not? Am I wrong? The DualSense controller has the DualShock, the analog sticks on the bottom like a PlayStation controller. Am I nuts? Look that up, Doyle. Unless I'm like having my mind is fucking up. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what in the fuck are people talking about?
But the overall design of it.
What overall design? What overall design? They have had the D-pad in the same spot, the triggers in the same spot. The only difference between the PlayStation and the Xbox controllers is the placement of the analog sticks. The analog sticks are in the same fucking spot they've been in since fucking PS1 released an analog stick.
But if I pick up a PS4 controller, it's not going to look the same thing as a PS5 controller.
Dude, it's right over there as a PS4 controller. Look where the analog sticks are. They're in the exact same spot.
Look at that. That's the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. You can see where it came from, PlayStation 5 is totally different.
I don't get it. I don't see it. I look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All I know is if the analog sticks were in the spot where the Xbox ones are, I'd say yes.
But that's all it takes. That's what I'm saying.
That's all it would take there too.
Nah.
Yes, it would.
Different.
Well, because it's bigger. It's a bigger controller. Man, listen. And even if, I don't even understand what the problem would be with that anyway. Even if they switched the analog sticks and made it where it was like identical to an Xbox, who cares? This is my problem with Nintendo. Hey guys, there's nothing wrong with the general feeling of a controller. It's already been figured out. No need to innovate past that. There just isn't. There isn't always room for innovation, contrary to what people think. And that's where Nintendo fucked up. That's why you have the Labo. That's why you have motion gaming. That's why you have a bullshit handheld like the Switch. Because Nintendo couldn't just shut the fuck up and make a regular controller like the Pro controller, right? That's a good controller, right? Because it's already been figured out. It's done. Hey, Nintendo, give me a nice controller. Let me play it. Granted, it could be wireless. It doesn't have to be wired. I'm not that old school. But I don't even see the beef even if PlayStation full-on copied Xbox's controller layout, which they didn't. It's completely different. I don't
like, I forgot my PS4 at Danny's, or I forgot to bring it to Danny's, and I got the Switch, and it saved my life.
Well, yeah, out of necessity. You had nothing else to do besides play a Switch. If you had your PS4 there, you would choose your Switch? The answer is no. I'll answer for you.
What?
Yeah. The answer is no.
I'll switch back and forth.
No. It's garbage. It's garbage. So anyway, the DualSense. Now, I didn't read, and I should have. Is there a feature that I haven't learned about yet that it does? Like, there must be something that it does, like DualSense. Like, what does it do? It's got some kind of motion
It's a
thing.
microphone.
Well, I don't really. Who cares about that? Microphone is. It's not gonna. What difference does that make?
It's supposed to give you like different vibrations and shit,
Alright.
depending on the bow or gun or something.
I hope PlayStation makes an Elite controller. I hope Sony themselves, because like I said, I love my Nacon and my Scuff controller. It's great, but I want one from Sony because I really love even though I hate Xbox, the Xbox Elite series controllers are great. I have the first and the second series. They're great controllers. So I'm super into that. I love it. So we'll see. At least we got something out of the PS5. Here's the deal. And I'm going to tell you this, I really can't stand the colorways of the controller. That Stormtrooper look, that white and black one, garbage. I like the dark colored. I still can't figure out if it's really dark blue or black. Have you seen the picture of the solid colored one of the DualSense controller?
No.
They have ones that are like pink and blue.
With orange or red.
No. It's the DualSense control. Yeah, and I don't like that like kind of where it looks like it's overlaid. Like it looks like it's two pieces where the handles are. It looks like there's a piece of plastic on each side. I don't know about that, but we have to wait till you actually feel it, play it, touch it, whatever. Until then, it's just a picture on the internet. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about PS5. I'm excited about the fucking Series X Xbox. We'll just have to see how it goes. What else was I thinking about? Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? Is DJ Premier and RZA, the battle. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it. It was alright.
What do you mean you watched a little bit of it? And what do you mean it was alright? What are you talking? Bro, it was incredible. It was incredible. You were probably too busy listening to Drake trying to do some corny dance on TikTok. Yeah, was that what you were doing?
Yo, TikTok is nice.
You know what? Real quick before I get into DJ Premier, I actually made a TikTok account, right? Because I wanted to see what the hype was about. I quickly learned this is for fucking teenage girls. And I'm going to say this, and let me tell you something. I know people are going to get mad, and I know I'm going to rub people the wrong way, but I'm going to say it. TikTok has shown me that there are some very strange, odd people that live in very treacherous conditions. I'm not judging people. I'm not TikTok. I've never seen this on Instagram. I'm not saying there aren't weird people on Instagram. Hell, I'm a weird person. There are some people that lack basic hygiene, cleanliness, and I don't mean just themselves. I mean their home. There is some shit that I've seen on TikTok that they're just doing they're little cute dance videos, but you look in the background of where some people look like they're in the Taliban's fucking basement somewhere. Like, there is some weird shit going on. There's some weird bugs on walls. There's paint chips. I'm OCD clean freak. I'm the Danny Tanner of this shit. So when I'm looking at these weird videos and I got caught in TikTok just like everyone else that ever tried it, I'll lay in bed and just keep fucking mindlessly scrolling and just going, wow, people are fucking strange animals, bro. I made one video on there. It's just a video of my game room and whatever. It got a bunch of views but I have one post. I don't care. I'm just going to leave it there forever. I'm never going to post again. I have no interest in TikTok.
Retro and Rare podcast on TikTok?
No. No, we're not doing any of that. We're not doing any of that. And,
you never want to have fun in life.
Wow. No, TikTok is not for me, bro. It really scared the shit out of me. Cool, there's a couple of fine chicks. Yeah, great. I mean, cool. There's a couple of weird videos. But some of these people that are on there.
The Tesla guy. I'm just drinking I'm not drinking, but I'm not driving, but I'm drinking.
The guy, yeah, he was in the car, right? And he was sitting in the passenger seat of the Tesla getting hammered. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's some weird shit going on TikTok that I'm going to stay far the fuck away from. Now, let me get back to DJ Premier. DJ Premier and RZA, wonderful battle. Awesome. My only complaint, if I have one, is, and they can get away with it because they're legends, they just playing tracks back and forth is like, they did as a little scratching, a little cut. It was cool. I want to see motherfuckers make beats or do beats live, man. I don't know. Premiere, put in your old disc, from your fucking NPC and fucking show me how you made Unbelievable for Biggie. Like, I want to see that.
Well, that's what that's what I'm saying. I went into live and they were playing some random Madonna shit over some hip hop beat. You know?
Well, that was at the very end.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but that was
like,
at they were just doing like as an outro to like close it up. I know, I agree with you on that. Like, here's the thing, as far as who won, I wasn't judging it on that because you got two of the best producers ever, realistically.
But what were they doing? I don't get it.
Well, no, basically a beat battle is really you run through your catalog and see, yo, who really has the ill shit. Now, when you're in the lesser artist, it's like, that's debatable. DJ Premier and RZA have arguably some of the best catalogs in hip-hop history of any producer. So I think DJ Premier kind of held back a little, not on purpose, not to say he would crush RZA and he was trying to, spare him.
But that's what I need.
But there was like 5 or 6 tracks that he didn't play that are just blatant classic Gangstar tracks that everyone knows that I'm like, Primo, you could have easily played those tracks. RZA was starting to get into some abstract shit where his because RZA has a lot of shit that no one's heard. He was starting to get into that bag a little bit, and I'm like, all right, he's starting to kind of run out of gas a little bit. But even RZA brought out shit that I'm like, oh, I forgot he did that. And I'm like, it was great, and I love it. I want to see live beat making and then really get into it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was incredible. There was a lot of fucking people. It was 200,000+ people in there. It's crazy. And it was a great thing for hip hop. And I'm excited about it. So I want to see these battles more. I actually think we should do these more, not just because we're in quarantine. I'd like to see motherfuckers do battles all the time. But I'd like to see live. Bring out the fucking, let's go. Bring out the equipment live.
I heard a DJ battle. That shit's sick.
Listen,
shit. Yo.
Some of my favorite memories in my life are attending the World Championships DMC shit and watching them on VHS tapes. Riding my bike in Long Island, up Hempstead Turnpike, going to Music Trends, getting a fucking, buying as much vinyl as I could because I had to hold it on my bike on the way home, but buying those VHS tapes, man. DJ Craze. Shout out to DJ Craze, man. He was one of my favorite ever. And, Q-Bert, you like Q-Bert. I put you on to Q-Bert. But those old DJ battles were my favorite. And I'd actually really love to see that. And I want to see real vinyl, no Serato. You got to, because it was a talent. You'd have to dig in your crate while the record was playing, not just go, all right, let me click this on the laptop and fuck all that.
Remember in Juice?
That's what I'm saying. I've been to shit like that. I grew up going to DJ battles, whether they were in a bullshit warehouse and there were 60 people, or you're going to fucking a stadium or a fucking House of Blues or something and watching a DJ battle. You know what I'm saying? Juice was a great example of that. You just local. And that was a real thing. The winners, when the Techniques were sponsoring it, the Techniques DMCs, you would get the gold 1200 turntables. That was a real prize. And they're out there. People have them on eBay that I guess won or got them, or I think maybe they let you buy them at some point, but when I was a kid, bro, the only thing I ever wanted in my life was a pair of gold Techniques 1200s. That was it. I don't care about nothing else. You could take my entire life away. You give me gold Techniques 1200s, I'm done. I have no reason to live anymore. Never got them.
Any more baby cuts, right?
What do you mean?
I used to see videos of cuts.
I do them every once in a while. I get into it. It's, I like it. It's therapeutic for me. I want to get back into it more, but the quarantine, I've been hitting some records up. I've been digging in the crates a little bit, which is fun. But yeah, overall, the battle was great. I want to see more of it. Hip-hop is really the winner there. I hate to sound cliche, but hip-hop was really the winner there. And guess what? It was really nice to hear real hip-hop music for a change. What are we going to do next? Like a trap beat battle? Like nobody wants to hear that. And guess what? All the Drake fans, I hate to tell you this, in 25 years, they're not going to be playing Drake records in a battle online somewhere like they were playing classic Primo and RZA.
Could be the Baby versus Lil Uzi.
Get out of my house. All right, motherfucker. Round three. Doyle, give me a topic.
All right, you spending money on video games right now?
That's a good one. You know what? I've been hearing, first of all, I've been seeing a lot of people selling shit. I've seen a lot of the vintage clothing community people and a lot of the gaming people selling shit. A lot of them are, I think there's two types of people. Some that maybe lost their job and really need that extra money, which in my opinion is I joke about it a lot, but you know what? Having all of this shit, and if shit really went south, knowing that I have X amount of dollars sitting in here, if I absolutely had to, I could sell it, is better in my opinion than money in the bank. Because the money in the bank is not accruing interest and value the way some of these collectibles are. Now, people will argue that. Some people think there's going to be a major decline in the price of some of these items because a recession is coming, possible depression is coming. And they're going to, I'll tell you right now, if that is the case, I am going to go on a spending spree like I've never gone on in my life. And if prices really drop on these games the way some people think they are, which I don't believe so, but I will buy up everything. And I will have the last laugh. I don't buy shit to resell shit at all, but mark my fucking words. If this shit drops in price the way people think it's going to, I will go on Instagram and I will just buy people's collections in one fucking shot. And I will hoard this shit the rest of my life because I'm in this shit for the love of it, not to sell it. Now, I'm not talking to people that lost their job and have to sell their expensive games to pay their mortgage. That's different. I'm talking about motherfuckers that are scared that it's going to drop, so that's why they're selling it. That makes me question why you got into it in the first place. And I'm just too passionate about this shit. Because that's why I say, I don't care if you told me today definitively all of this shit is worth nothing. Nobody cares. You couldn't sell my rarest game for $50. Nobody would care. I still would love this shit as much as I love it right now. And that's the difference between me and some people like me and a lot of other people that are hype beasts that buy games because it's popular or they want to take pictures on the internet or it's just trendy. The same thing happens in the vintage clothing community. A lot of people are just buying $300-$400 Spider-Man shirts because that seems to be what the cool kids are doing. And some people are overpaying. Like, the clothing thing is crazy. I've seen people buy shirts for $20, like just whatever, and I've seen the same people sell that shirt for $400 to somebody. Like, I've seen it on Instagram. Like, I've seen a random story sale where I know that shirt because it had a stain right here, and then I've seen it on sale for $400, next post sold. Now, capitalism, I'm with it. I'm just saying there's a fine line between a collector and a reseller. I don't have a problem in the vintage community, and I don't mean vintage clothing, I mean vintage collectibles in general, with resellers. New shit, people like that did the hand sanitizer and all that I have problems with, right? Anybody that buys something that's in a store now, aside from a thrift store, and resells it for a higher value because they hoarded the stock of it, whatever. If you buy a $300 Spider-Man shirt and it's an all-over print and it's from 1994, there's a finite amount of them. Same thing with video games. You know what I mean? It's different. It's 30 years old. It's hard to find. It's a collectible. I'm just saying, I'm on the extreme of collector. Some people are on the extreme of reseller. Some people are in the middle. All I'm saying is this. Don't present yourself as a collector and Jekyll and Hyde and then just turn into a reseller because you realize you could really make some money on this. There are some things, like Doyle, I plead with you all the time not to sell your shit.
Well, I know people on Instagram that are like two-face. Like, they'll take a picture and then sell it the next day.
Yeah, exactly. And that's horrible, bro. And you know what? You have a right to do it, and that's cool. But not that my respect, like having my respect doesn't matter to anybody, and it shouldn't because I'm really nobody. But I don't respect any of those people. I've been in this hobby. You've been in this hobby long enough where we have the right to speak like this. We've been doing this shit for 10 plus years on a hardcore level. I mean, I've been collecting my whole fucking life. I just mean at this level, I'm in the 15-year range of doing that. I've been doing this before Instagram existed, before anyone had social media. You know what I mean? My shit looked like this. So it sucks to have, I guess they're culture vultures. I don't know. I don't know what you call somebody that all of a sudden now it's trendy to have old school video games and, people that have their little CRT TVs, they make these cute little setups. I'm cool with that. Then all of a sudden they sell their shit. You have a right to do what you want. I'm just saying it's kind of a bitch move to act like you're an enthusiast, you're a collector, you're passionate about something, and in the same breath, sell it on Instagram the next day for money. And what do I always tell you, Doyle? Yes, you'll have the money, but you don't have the item, and the item is more important. Now, recently, I've sold some shit, not gaming really related, except for a Philips CDI that I didn't use. But I just feel, I don't know, I'm conflicted, man, because I feel like people shouldn't be buying things to sell things collectible wise unless you're somebody like Sloppy Robbie or, you own a retail fucking store. That's different. I'm talking about your collection. Because I hold this collection near and dear to my heart. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to wake up and then this shit's gone. It's like literally like a kid for me. It's like literally this is my fucking child. I don't have kids. This is my child. So it would really suck to not have this shit and for me to lose my passion. And I don't know. I'm just ranting about it because I feel like I can't tell anymore who's really passionate about this shit and who's just like a scumbag that's just like lizard person pretending to be a fucking collector and then they hoard the shit and then they just sell it. I don't know.
Reptilians?
Reptilian race.
Yeah, but what about if I buy something like the collectibles, right? Collectibles.
Yeah.
And then I take a picture and the next day I sell it. But I can still like it, right? Or am I kicked out of the retro community?
And I'll be honest, that's where it gets a little bit where like, what are you really talking about? Because it's like, you have the right to sell something if you want to sell something, I guess. But should you really? I don't know. Because remember, my brain goes collector mode. I can't go past that. I'm stuck. It's just like, no. You buy something and not like, see like shit like this because it's new. It doesn't hold the same value. And that's why I go crazy about digital games. Like, guys, it's going digital. It's over. So all you guys that like have to have the physical PS4 release.
That's me.
I know, but in the next 3 to 5 years, it's not going to happen anymore, except for specific games that are collector's edition. Like, you might be able to get that, but I don't know, man. I am all about buying, enjoying, holding on to long periods of time. I'll have the last laugh at the end of the day because I'll be the one that has the most cool shit. And in my opinion, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Now, what about if people sell their shit and be like, oh, no, I'm liquidating it because the market's crashing?
Well,
you don't care about that?
Well, the problem I have is, why did you get into collecting? You're telling me that you got into collecting because you love this shit, but all of a sudden you think that it's not worth as much as it once was, so it lost the value to you? Then fuck you. You weren't a real collector. You weren't passionate in the first place, bro. You weren't. You just weren't. And those people that sell their collections are the same people that talk shit about people that have collections once they've sold them because they feel that pit in their stomach. And they're like, yeah, I mean, I sold my shit and I guess I have some money in the bank, but I don't have any cool shit. And in my opinion, there's other ways to get money. There's not other ways to get the cool shit. Some of this shit is rare and you're just not going to see it. You're just not going to find it. I don't care how much money you have. And I have a lot of those motherfuckers that have sold their shit in the past hit me up trying to buy my shit top dollar. Top dollar. Yo, I really want this back. Well, you shouldn't have sold it, bro. Now, once again, you break your leg in a car accident and you have no money and you have no insurance and it costs 25 grand to fix your leg and you have a medical bill, you sell your collection, it's different. I'm talking about people that are selling their collection on market speculation. Because you read some bullshit article online or you're using price charting to determine, like there's millions of repos that are on eBay and then they sell. If this is a repro game and it sells, it doesn't say repro. It says this is the title and it sold it. Well, it sold for $4. It's a $70 game. Well, the repo sold for $4. So it just diluted the value of the game. And now you're thinking that your $70 game is really worth like $13 now because that's not the way it works. All I know is there's a finite amount of this shit. And at the end of the day, the people that have it at the end of the day will be the people with the valuable shit. It's going to hold its value. Every day that goes by, there's less and less of this shit to go around in circulation. Whether it gets thrown out, crushed, broken, whatever.
Yeah, but are people going to be there to pay?
Why are you in it for that reason? Who the fuck cares? Why don't you just buy video games because you love them? Why do you buy them and go, yeah, I mean, I really just bought it because, it's cool. I mean, I got this rare game and now I could sell it for a lot. What? Now, if you come up on a rare game at a thrift store, different. But if you go on eBay, especially these new guys that are just getting into it, love your passion, chill out about going on eBay and buying the $1,000 game that you never heard of before because you think that's the club you got to be in to be a cool collector. I'll always talk shit about those people. I don't care because I base my collection on nostalgia. To me, that's how your collection should be based. Now, everybody has a right to do whatever the fuck they want. My collection is based on my childhood, man. That's why some people try to come at me and be like, bro, you don't even have stadium events, bro? You're not a fucking collector. What the fuck? I've seen people. Okay, bro. If I want to buy stadium events, I'll buy stadium events. You know why I don't? Because I'm not a poser. Because Stadium Events is a shitty fucking game. I'm never going to play it. So you want me to spend multi-thousands of dollars to put it on a shelf so I could take a picture for Instagram and show you how big my dick is? Get the fuck out of here. If you have Stadium Events and you still have a mortgage on your house, you're a bitch. That's how I feel. If you got a $5,000 to $10,000 game and you still owe money on your house, get your fucking life together. Sorry, I don't mean to be a dick. I don't have a mortgage on my house. I own my fucking house and I own everything in it. You put yourself in credit card debt to look cool on Instagram? People got to reevaluate their shit, bro. You just have to. And it's like, once again, you could be passionate about this shit, but you got to be realistic about it. And guess what? If you're adding fuel to the fire by buying games that are overpriced to begin with. Now, it's a free market, and collectibles at the end of the day are worth what somebody is willing to pay for them. So if you think it's worth it to spend $7,000 on a loose copy of fucking Stadium Events, go ahead and do it. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't make you cool. Why do you have Stadium Events? Well, because it's, now collecting a full set and that's your deal. Cool. I just think other than that, once again, if you come up on it at a thrift shop, which is near impossible, that's fine. And then that goes for any top tier, rare, obscure game that actually is not even a great game to play. There are some games that are expensive that are great to play. And at that point, if you really couldn't afford it, you could just emulate it, right? If you really wanted to play it.
What about Cannon Spike, though? That would be like collectibles of the collectibles.
It's a $150 game, Doyle. I'm not talking, that's nothing. And I don't mean that's nothing. That's nothing in the pantheon of super rare, fucking expensive games. Do you realize, and I love the people that tell me the prices are falling. Have you looked up all these fighting games lately? Have you looked up what X-Men vs. Street Fighter on PlayStation 1, the shitty version of the game is? It's $150. Any of those games that are on that wall, I paid nothing. I paid fucking $5, $10, $15 for those games years ago. Or some of them I've had since I'm a teenager.
What about Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for a PS2? That's going up.
There you go. They're all going up. I hate to tell people this. The game market is not going to crash. So some of these collectors that used to be collectors should get their panties out of a bunch and stop being a bitch and trying to spread rumors about how it's going to crash and everyone should sell their shit and how people told people that this is going to happen. What? Even if it did crash, it has nothing to do with the game market. We're in a fucking recession. So, anyway, back to local news. Do we have another topic?
All right, we got Sleep Cycle. Is it fucked up?
No, it's not. And I like that you tried to bring that up when I called you today. Call you at 11 o'clock.
A lot of people have been saying it's fucked because of the quarantine shit.
Well, it was. Now I'm going to tell you how I fixed it.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. My sleep cycle went full bore really bad. I'm talking about it went from, you stay up late, right? You stay up late 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and of course you're going to get up at noon, 1 o'clock. Okay. Then it went from, no, I just stay up all night. Now it's 9, 10 in the morning. I'm still up. Now it's noon and I'm still up. Then at noon, 1 o'clock, I fall asleep. I wake up at 9 at night. Now it's 9 at night. Bing! I get out of bed. What? It's 9 o'clock at night. So from 9 till fucking 10 in the morning the next morning, I'm just up. I'm just walking around the house, gaming, Twitch, whatever. And it kept getting worse. I'm going to bed at 6 in the afternoon, in the evening. 6 in the evening at some point, I'm going to bed. Finally, I took some pain pills that I had that were in my drawer that I've had some hydrocodone pills for, I don't know, they're probably expired. I don't know what that. I'm not a pain pill guy. I'm a weed guy. I don't drink alcohol anymore. But you know what I figured? All I know is I have such a low tolerance, I could take a half. It will make me feel amazing. But the sleep I get when I'm fucked up on a pain pill, bro, it makes me feel, when I'm in the bed, it makes me feel like I'm 1,000,000 pounds. Like I can't lift my arm. And I'm not drooling fucked up. I'm talking about when I want to go to bed. Like I start to like, yeah. I did it on purpose. Guess what? It fixed my sleep cycle. Go to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, wake up at 7 in the morning. I'm fine. And I only had like 6 pills, and I only took a half every day.
You got to be careful with the Jimi Hendrix.
No. Jimi Hendrix, you know why Jimi Hendrix died? Here's a little fun fact. He took sleeping pills that but he took them when he went to London. And there's a different dosage that he didn't realize. It was an accident. It was an accident. When he got his prescription over, he didn't realize it was a different way of measuring it and shit. He took too much. So, all right, folks, we might end the show there on a positive note. We were gonna go long on the show, but you know what? Yeah.
We got more topics.
What do we got? I mean, if you give me something good, but
Rap groups.
Once again, like I said, we're shutting the show down. Rap groups. What does that mean, Doyle? Explain yourself. Rap groups. What do you mean?
Well, which ones are the best? Remember Primo from a long time ago? He said the No Limit Soldiers were the best.
Who said that?
Primo.
Oh, our friend Primo. I thought you were talking about DJ Premier. Yeah. I almost had an aneurysm. I remember when he said that. That No Limit was the best rap group ever created.
You got the Beastie Boys?
It's Wu-Tang, bro. What are we talking about?
NWA?
Wu-Tang. Anyone else that you want to bring up so I can just say Wu-Tang?
Check it out. Diplomats? Oh.
Wu-Tang.
G-Unit?
Wu-Tang.
Gangstar?
Wu-Tang.
You said Primo was better, though.
Primo better producer than RZA. But better group? Wu-Tang.
Run DMC?
Wu-Tang.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll end the show there, you fucking idiot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you checking out the show. We are back, and we're better than ever. Now, I'm going to need your guys' help. If you guys are checking out the show, let us know. Share it on Instagram. At Retro and Rare Podcast, at Retro and Rare, at Just Retro Chillin'. Hit us up.
Oh, the comments, too. We're going to start
doing we're going to start doing Commenter of the Week. So if you have something slick to say, go ahead and say it.
Scumbag of the Week?
Yeah, Scumbag of the Week may be a thing. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure something out. We're also cooking something up with the giveaway that's coming up. I'm thinking of ideas and cool ways we can do it, and we'll get back to you on that, though. So definitely hit us up. Let us know how you feel in the show, any topic suggestions or anything like that. Until next time, peace.